Hola amigos, una vez más, en este caso desde Ciudad de México, para conocer todos los detalles de esta nueva versión live action de Aladdin. Vamos a estar hablando con los protagonistas, a ver si podemos dar una vuelta a la alfombra mágica. But master, you're in luck, because up your sleeves you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, heavy ammunition. Antes hablamos con él y también con ella.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3. I'm kidding. Watch this. Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Naomi, thanks for your time. Congratulations for the movie.
Thank you.
And the first question is how exciting was for you make this character, this iconic character, Jasmine?
Incredibly exciting. It was really personal for me because Jasmine was one of my favorite Disney princesses, if not my favorite, growing up. A character that I felt like I related to and I could see myself in, and I felt really empowered watching her. So, the opportunity to humanize that character, of course, translating an animation to a live action, you have so much, space and scope to do so much, and I wanted to make her feel human and well-rounded and give her more depth. So those were my aims.
And do you remember your first time watching the film, the animated film?
I don't remember my first time, but I do remember, when I was around 6 or 7, me and my brother watching Aladdin. That was like literally our favorite movie. And even though it was out in '92, before I was born, it felt like when I watched it, it was new for me. It felt like that's when it came out. And I think that is the power of these Disney movies. You see a little girl now with a bell on her lunchbox, and that movie was made a long time ago, but it's new for her. The magic of Disney really does live on. So I do think that the opportunity to inspire a next generation is just incredible.
Tell us, how was your reaction when Disney called you for play Aladdin?
I was actually on set, and I was finishing up another film that I was doing in Toronto, and I got the call, and I was very, very excited. I think I screamed and shouted a little bit, and then my reps were like, "You have to be quiet because it's a secret for a few more days."
So how was your personal story with the animated film? Do you remember your first time watching the film?
Yeah, I grew up watching it. I think the first time I saw it was probably still when I was back in Egypt. I was a little baby, and I had 2 older sisters, so they had it on at the house all the time. And I've probably seen the film over 25 times, so it means a lot to me, and it's a true honor getting to play this character now.
Mm-hmm. For you as an actress, what is the most complicated part from make an iconic character like this one?
I think the challenge is kind of honoring the original, but also adding your own flair and your own flavor to it. It's just that balance, really. And I think it's just conversations. You just continually have conversations between, Guy and I, and Mina and I, and Will, and just discussing where the character's at. And as I said, I took everything that I loved about Jasmine. I wanted to kind of maintain those things and keep that as a foundation, but just push the themes that were already there.
A Whole New World is one of the most beautiful songs of Disney.
Yeah.
How was the experience to sing that classic song?
I think for me, both Mina and I, we wanted to make it feel connected to the words, and that song is about Jasmine is literally discovering a whole new world. She's being exposed to so much, and Aladdin is just transfixed by her. And so for us, it was just about being connected in the moment, and singing that song. It was kind of surreal. It was very strange, but I didn't want to imitate anything, you know. I wanted to just maintain the feeling, but kind of do it in you know, my own way.
The Aladdin had a special relationship with the genie. How was it working with Will Smith as a genie?
You know, again, it's a dream come true. I grew up watching his films. Of course, you know, I was born in the 90s, and Will was one of the biggest superstars in the 90s and continues to be, but his films back then were very iconic. So getting to work with him now and get to know him on a human level, it's really surreal. It's surreal.
And what did you learn from working with him?
You know, I think at the end of the day, I learned that you have to treat people with dignity and respect and generosity. After being in the industry for 30 years like he has, he still approaches every day and every project with passion and with respect. So I hope to be able to do that going forward in my career.
Aladdin, it's a classic. It's one of the most beautiful films of Disney. What do you think? Why do people love this story, Aladdin, the lamp, the genie?
I think there's a lot to learn from it. You know, I think the messages go very deep, deeper than most films, and you know, personal identity is a big factor. We've empowered Jasmine now, so you know, female empowerment is another theme that we're focusing on, and it's just a lot of fun. You know, you go into the movie theater, there's not many films that you can go see and have this much fun watching it. Takes you on a ride.